Hey, concrete contractors, welcome aboard to another episode of your Concrete Success Podcast, where we talk about how you can achieve success online for your concrete business. My name is Danny Barrera, founder of Concrete Marketing Crew. And if you don't know who we are a digital marketing agency specialized in helping flat work and decorative concrete contractors succeed online. And our big value promise to you is that we can help you double your leads online with our proven concrete marketing plan. If you want to find out more information, just head on over to concretemarketingcrew.com. concretemarketingcrew.com and check out our website. And in there's going to be a couple of resources that you can take advantage of. Number one is you can download our free internet marketing guide for concrete contractors. It talks about the entire marketing strategy that we use for flat work and decorative concrete contractors so that they can win online. It talks about our concrete marketing plan, the plan that we use to be able to achieve the results for decorative concrete contractors. And look, here's the thing. You can do this yourself, and that is not a problem. That's why we're creating all this content. In case you want to do it yourself, you can certainly do it yourself. And if you're interested in partnering up with us so we can help you blow up online, we'll more than likely welcome that opportunity. Not more than likely. We would love to welcome that opportunity. See how I stutter right there? So anyways, we're doing this live right now. And what we're going to talk about is 7 tips that you can implement on your website and your SEO strategy to help you improve your rankings on Google search. So let's talk about your SEO strategy right now. Like, what do you have going on? So the first thing is, if you don't have a website, you need to have a website. And I just like to go to Google and do Stamp Concrete. Let's go to Stamp Concrete, okay, in Miami, and then see what comes up. And you can see here what comes up right away is a fake Google My Business listing, and then we have American Stamp Concrete Corporation. That is not a real business. Paver Stamp Concrete Miami. Let me see what these guys are about. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they have there. This website is masterconcretegroup.com, and for the purpose of this video is simply to share with you guys what's working and what's going to help you rank higher on the search engines. Is for educational purposes only. So if I ever show a website, it is not my intention to put a website down or a website owner. It is simply for educational purposes for myself and for you guys who are listening and viewing this video. So this one is Master Concrete Group. So what I like to do is check out, okay, they're showing up on the maps. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. And then we scroll down, and I want to see if I can find those guys here in the organic search results. And you can see here a lot of the guys that are able to get their Google My Businesses optimized, they don't show up organically. And you know, there's this big debate about whether, you know, organic and SEO works any longer. And I can tell you the one thing is, if it didn't work, Yelp would not be in existence. Yelp would be out of business. If it didn't work, this guy's right here, Home Advisor. Let's check him out right there. You're seeing it right now. If you're watching this, Yelp, who's now powered by Angie, right, would be out of business entirely if SEO didn't work, because those are the guys selling you leads. If SEO, search engine optimization, didn't work, franchises that are nowadays, there seems to be another franchise coming out left and right, would be entirely out of business. So does it work? Absolutely, it works. So why should you have and why should you care about having a strategy? It's because it absolutely helps with helping you generate more leads and generate more traffic. That's for your business. So the first thing is, the first tip that I'm going to share is something that you should seriously consider. It's updating your concrete website with a new design that's optimized not only for conversions, but that's optimized to render for the search engines. And something that I encourage you to do is there's a site called Google Speed Insights. Okay. And you can just Google Speed Insights. You could go to it, just go to google.com. And I'm going to take that same example I was using before and kind of run that website right there. And one of the scary things about running a website through this tool, it reveals a lot of things that are wrong with websites that have been around for some time. So the fact that you're on the maps doesn't mean you're going to show up in the organics, and vice versa. If you're in the organic, doesn't mean. So you need to have a solid strategy. So as you can see there, these guys are certainly optimizing for desktop. Okay, speeding up on the desktop here. So this would be one of the factors that Google My Business, I can tell you, they will put up a website that is faster just because of the mobile experience and the engagement. They analyze the bounce rates and so forth, and you can see here there are some things in the website code and the way the website is built that Google likes, and some stuff that really doesn't like. So JavaScript, CSS codes, I mean, a lot of websites are bloated, but what I can tell you is that if you do have a solid strategy, the goal is to really optimize your website so it loads up a lot faster. Now I'm going to go ahead and just randomly take a website from the third page of Google here. And again, I showed you one from the organic search results. Let's go ahead and look at this, guys, just really quick. And again, out of the blue, just for educational purposes only, and analyze this website. And it would be funny if this website came up with a better score. But in reality, like, all these little things that I'm sharing with you guys are, I don't want to call them hacks, but these are fundamental or foundational elements. Is the right terminology. Foundational elements that play part in a website that ranks higher on the search engines and that ranks higher on the Google Maps, and it's just part of a solid strategy. So you can see here the score is 14, right? You see that if you're watching this, I ran this website on the Google Speed Insights, and it's 26 on the desktop, whereas the guys that were ranking on the maps were with a over 90 score on the desktop and over 36 on the mobile devices. So you want to get this as close as possible to 80, or better yet, over 90 if you can. And if you can maintain those numbers, I tell you, Google gives you a green right here if you can go over 90. But I can tell you, we have plenty of websites that, just because they have a lot of pictures and the clients like to have videos, it takes a little bit more rendering of the code, etc. Especially if you have live chat or any of those mechanisms, it pulls all of those scripts from other sites. And sometimes the best you can do is go in the higher 80s, right? But the goal is to get over 80 consistently. And if your entire competition is over 90, that means that you got to get over 90 in the Google Speed Insights. And this is the score for website speed. So there is a new algorithm that Google released, which is the Core Web Vitals. And what it is basically user experience. And it has to do with the rendering of a website, the speed of the website, the user interface, and how easy it is to navigate. So all those things play a big part in the new strategy. So again, fundamentals, the foundational elements of a solid SEO strategy is: number one, get a website that's ready to rank, that is fast, that's mobile friendly, that is ready to convert. This is one of the things that we help concrete constructors do, is build a website on a solid foundation and gets them ranked pretty much right after we launch the website. Boom, it's ready to go. Now, tip number two, this one is about creating quality content for your website that is engaging and informative. Content matters. Content matters. And I'll tell you, let me go back to this example again. I'm going to stick to the same good old example here of Stamp Concrete Miami. This is one of the things that these guys leverage here, which are lead vendors. And I'm just going to call them out because that's what it is. So Stamp Concrete Miami, most likely not going to be a business. And how do you know these guys are a lead generation company and not a real company? Is because they don't have a logo. They usually have the phone number. And they have a form, and it's just, a call to action left and right. Everywhere you go, there's a call to action. But you're going to notice one thing. Look at the amount of content that's in here. Look at the amount of content that's in here. It's a tremendous amount of content that's in here. And then you go to the internal pages and there's more content. And then you go to the other pages and there's more content, right? So they want to rank this website. And what they do is they build a website to basically rank for all these target keywords. So they want to rank for Stamp Concrete, and they do. Absolutely, they do. They rank for what else? Stamp Concrete, concrete driveways, concrete patios. I mean, you name it. They pretty much rank these websites. And then once they start generating leads, they sell the leads or they rent the websites to contractors. Now, I'm going to tell you this is against Google terms of service, and it's against their policies to do this kind of thing. But it's shady. It's gray hat. I used to do it at one point. I realized this is just not ethical. But anyways, the point being is that you need content. So an ugly looking website with content that's relevant, that's structured well, that's linked well within itself matters more than the way the website looks. So tip number 2 here drives us into the conversation about building content. And the type of content that we're talking about is it's not just any type of content, but targeted content that targets one page per each one of the services that you offer, and one page per each one of the service areas that you offer. So in this case, using these guys as example here, their domain name is miamistampconcrete.com, which it's fine, let it be. But again, they are also with locations here. They're targeting different locations. So concrete Coral Gables, let's go ahead and search that. And they're targeting that specific term. And I don't think I see them here. Miami Stamp Concrete, there you go. So they're towards the middle, towards the bottom of that specific location. So let's go to locations here, Cutler Bay, Stamp Concrete, Cutler Bay, and let's see if they come up here. Miami Stamp Concrete, there you go. They're ranking number 1. So this is one page per service and one page per service area. So for every city that you want to rank, now if you're a decorative concrete contractor, mind you have many services, you have a lot of services. So in this case, what you want to do is just map out and start building out all these different services you have, list of all the service areas, and then see what the priorities are. And I can tell you, for us, when we build websites for concrete contractors, we're looking to build up 15,000 to 20,000 words worth of content for all the pages. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's just about 15,000, give or take. So 20 pages, that averages to about 750 words per page. And it depends. Some areas require a lot more, 1,200 words. When it comes to epoxy flooring, you have to pull out by default 1,200 to 1,500 words just for epoxy flooring page. But anyways, that gives you some context and relevance there. So quality of the content, rule number one is should be unique. The content should be unique to your website, unique to your service, and it's got to be, number 2, it's got to be meaningful to the reader, meaning it's got to make sense. You can't just keyword stuff it, and it's got to also be meaningful to the search engine. So that means Google search, right? So what is Google understanding about your website and that service and the service area? So Google crawls the website just like a human being, the Google bots from left to right, top to bottom. So it's got to make sense, the structure of the content. So quality content matters. So if you can revise a page, start optimizing one page for one service in a specific service area, you're going to start to notice success. Tip number 3. This one is a good one. Promote your company services and blog posts on social media platforms like Google My Business, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and so forth. Okay, this is extremely powerful. The more that you share your services and the blog posts that you create that are relevant to your services and are supporting your main pieces of content, what that's going to do is that's going to let Google know, hey, this company is active on social media and other people are sharing those pages. So the point is not for you to just post them on your business pages on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, etc. The goal really should be for you to post them there and have other people share that content. So what I encourage you to do is, when you're starting out, we do this for our clients as well, is post all your services, obviously not all at once, but schedule them once every day or every other day and rotate them. And then what you want to do is make sure that the post is relevant. What you're writing in the caption is relevant to that service and the service area. And then once you share that post on your business page, you come from your personal profile and you share that to your personal profile. So what that's going to do is it's going to showcase your business page and not your own. So again, I want to reiterate, it's got to be from your business page and you share it from your personal profile. And when you do that and you start to get likes and traction, if your profiles are open for Google to crawl it, for the search engines to crawl, you will get that social signal, which is where this whole thing about going viral or whatever, it comes from. So usually concrete contractors don't get a ton of shares per se on their service pages, but if you can manage to get it, this is what we do for our contractors. Is a lot of times, look, we just can't seem to crack the nut and get them some momentum for certain services because of the competition. We boost posts, we create organic posts, and we boost them, and then they start getting shares, and there's a lot of engagement and interaction and traffic that goes into those local pages and service pages, and then we see these things happen in real time. Like it's almost overnight, right? After 7 days, boom, starting to rank on page number 1. Now, does this mean that you bypass everything else and neglect the speed, neglect the content? No. That means this builds upon the last piece, right? So now once you have your promotions, your organic sharing of the service pages, tip number 4 is to add reviews from customers who have used your services. And you add the reviews on your website, and then from the website and from each review, make sure that you link back to the reviewer. You find the link. So let me share with you right here. Let me go back to the same good old example right here. This is what I mean. On Google search, and let's take this guys for example right here. On Google search, you can go to Google. Let me open this up. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. You just go to the reviews right here, okay, and locate the specific individual that has left you a review. Now you want to click on their profile. And once you do, it's going to look blank, but then you go to their reviews and you get to see that you can share. And Google gives you a link. Like this is a very powerful link here. And if I paste this link somewhere else, it's pretty much going to be a shareable link. So what we want to do is grab that link, right? So you post this review, you copy this review, you put it up on your website, and then from your website, link back to this specific post. So what this is going to do, it's going to let Google know, hey, this is a real review. This is real content, right? It's not duplicate content. This is a real user that left a review. And when you do that across all the board, I can tell you're going to start to have success because your website has real content, real authority content. So let's go to Yelp here, and we can do the same thing with a Yelp review. I'll show you really quick. Just gonna grab this junior contractors. So you can scroll down to a Yelp, any Yelp page, and here you just go back here, and you're gonna see that this guy, for example, has left a review for concrete contractors, and then share review. You can see that it gives you an option to share that specific link. Now, I can go ahead and let me see here. Copy, and I'm gonna go and paste that link. And again, this is what I would do is copy that review, put it up, and then it basically links me back to that specific review. And what this does, it creates a circle of trust in Google's eyes, because at the end of the day, you're letting Google know, hey, look, this is a real review by a real profile. I didn't just make this up. So make sure that you're doing that as you're getting reviews, post them on your website, and then make sure that you link back out to those reviews. Can't tell you how many websites don't do that, and if they did, they would have better results. Number 5, it's high quality images to help you promote the various aspects of your concrete work. So this is something that's very powerful, guys. It's if you don't have images, real work images, look at this. If you don't have real images of your work, the odds are is that you're going to not only lose prospects because they don't believe that you don't do what you say you do, but over time, like for example, these guys, if we go back to this lead generation website here, they don't have real pictures. Like, yeah, some of them look real, but a lot of them don't. Like this is, I can tell you right now, that's a stock photo, that's a piece of equipment. But if you have real pictures of your crew with your branded shirts, and you have pictures of the finished product and not just the actual doing, you will have much better conversions. But Google actually loves images that are, or pictures I should say, that are taken by users. So user generated content, and what I mean by that is you take pictures from an actual iPhone or an Android and take pictures of the work site, take pictures of the before and afters, and post them not only on your website but on your social media, especially Google My Business. And once you start doing that, and once you start using relevant images on each and every one of your service pages, it's similar to the content because of the power of association. So make sure that you do have real and relevant pictures for each one of the services. Step number 6 is something called the name, address, phone number. The name, address, phone number, and website. The NAP, or the NAPW. And that is basically anywhere online, especially on your website, you got to make sure you have your name, address, and phone number listed everywhere. And what that's going to do is that's going to help you out with ranking higher on the search engines. Let's go back to this, guys, here. And a lot of times you can hide the address, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. But for example, here is Find Us on the Web. What they've done is they've actually put a link to every other Google My Business or every other listing, not Google My Business, every other listing on directory. So if you're not showing your address, you can still share your name, not the address, but the service area, name as phone number, okay, and then link those up. So this is a very smart way. Again, the people that do this type of thing are SEOs, and you could do the same thing, like Foursquare, right? We're going to talk about Foursquare next. Carries a lot of power. In this case, they are showing an address here, and just the fact that you're putting your business in other directory websites and relevant sites, it's very important. It helps you out with your entire strategy. So a couple of the things that you should do with your name, address, and phone number and website is syndicate them through data aggregators. And you can go to Google and just type data aggregators, and you're going to find out there are 4 major data aggregators in the US: Infogroup, Local Ease, Factual, Foursquare. Put your business information there and then syndicate. That's automatically going to syndicate your business information. But all these data aggregators it's really what's feeding all these other website directories that pick up your information. So there's a lot of instances where contractors tell me, hey, we're actually everywhere. We've never done any SEO, but we're everywhere. And the reason being is their business is old enough to the point that all these business directories have automatically pulled their information from either other business databases and so forth. So the older your business is, the more likely they will be partially into these data aggregators. Now, your goal is to claim ownership, number 1, and number 2 is to update the information with a full description of your services, your service area, and a link to your website. Make sure that it's all relevant: name, address, phone number, and website. And once you have it there, the next step is to take it and do the same with business directories, etc. So the last but not least, which is step number 6, is to claim your brand online. And to claim your brand online is as simple as going to Knowem, which is actually it's KNOWEM. Why am I saying N? KNOWEM.com. 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 You go there, and what you're going to do is, let me make this a little bit bigger if you're watching this. Say that you are ABC Decorative Concrete. Okay. Just put in the exact same name as you use it in your business, and you click on check it. And what this is going to do, it's going to automatically say if you can claim your business in a specific directory. So for example, Instagram seems to be available, CNET seems to be available, BuzzFeed, Blogger is available, Tumblr, MySpace, Issue, SlideShare is available, Weebly.com, and all of those sites, guys. You have the social networks, right? And then you have all of these other sites that are relevant. Believe it or not, they're still relevant. they're still relevant for your brand, for your brand. So you have WordPress.com, which is not, I'm not talking about creating an entire new website, but all these properties that are considered Web 2.0s do help out to help you push your brand name out there. So it helps Google know, hey, this is a real business and this is their brand name, right? So this helps out with the brand aspect of the SEO strategy. And if you don't have this, and there are a lot of businesses with your name, and there's one or two businesses with the same name in your service area, just do this. And I can tell you, you do this for every social media profile that's out there, or social media, any social media account that you can in all these different places. So for example, MySpace is still a social media network. You have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and some of this, the only thing you can do is put the name, a little description in the website. Well, you do that, you claim it. That's the point. So you go through all these directories. A lot of times you can't use the entire name because it might be too long, in which case you shorten it. And if ABC Decorative Concrete was not available, I would put ABC Decorative C. And if I'm based out of Miami, I would see ABC Decorative C Miami, right? And again, that doesn't make sense. But I can tell you, okay, there are some profiles available here. Now that's too big. Okay, let me do Decorative C Miami, and let me see if more open up. And as you can see here, I have, nope, too long. Like Pinterest tells me it's too long. So ABCD Concrete. You can see still so long, so I'll probably take Miami and just put FL as in Florida, ABCD, and that's probably not a good example here. But you can see here more profiles open up. So Noem.com, check it out. It's going to give you a good idea of all these different profiles. You can claim a Twitch account, SlideShare, Pinterest, all these different. And what you want to do is claim a very similar approach for every single social media and Web 2.0 sites. What this is going to help you do is claim your brand. And look, guys, if you need help getting this done for your concrete company, all you have to do is go to concretemarketingcrew.com right now, and we'll show you a real example of our clients. We'll show you what we're doing for them, show you the rankings, show you the results we're obtaining for them. And if you're interested, go to concretemarketingcrew.com. And if you don't want to talk to us, that's cool. That's fine. That's why we created that free internet marketing guide for concrete contractors. Just go to the website, download the free guide, and it's going to show you the entire strategy. So what I've covered today is just a very small portion of everything that needs to get done. And thank you so much for listening into Your Concrete Success podcast, where we talk about how to achieve success online for your concrete business. This has been Danny Barrera, Concrete Marketing Crew. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening.